Hey everyone, welcome to Born Brazen, the podcast where we say the things everyone's thinking, but nobody wants to say out loud. I'm your host, Holly, and if you're new here, this space is all about being bold, being honest, and being unapologetically real. No filters, no pretending, just raw conversations about life, relationships, mental health, ambition, insecurity, growth, and all the messy middle in between. Because let's be real, we were born brazen. The world just taught us to tone it down. So if you've ever swallowed your truth, questioned yourself, or felt like you had to shrink to fit, you're in the right place. Quick life update. As you can tell, I am still getting over a sinus infection, still a little sick, thanks to the pollen for that. But otherwise, doing well, really excited about the house that we're building in Florida, the progress coming along, and just overall taking day by day and time by time, making the most of it. Enough about me. Let's get into today's episode. Today, I'm going to talk about refocusing, specifically on yourself and what makes you happy. I know. Most of you are thinking, that's really selfish, but hear me out. Throughout our life, we focus and prioritize all the things around us: family, work, friends, relationships. But what about you? When do we prioritize and focus on ourselves? When do we take time for our mind, body, and soul to be the best it can be? Now, if you do that consistently, I'm so proud of you and a bit jealous, if we're being honest. I know it's not intentional that we ignore ourselves, but now is the time to refocus. Refocus on the things that make you happy. We're jumping into an ad here. If you're using peptides or thinking about trying them, Atomic Labs is where it's at. All peptides are laboratory tested for purity and comes with a certificate of analysis to provide details about the purity and potency. My favorite is BPC 157. It's great for gut health and recovery, and that's super important to me since I have IBS. Use code BEAN15 for 15% off your order. That's BEAN 15 for 15% off your order. Go to atomiclabs.com, atomiclabz.com to place your first order. Don't forget to use that code BEAN15 so you can get 15% off. Atomic Labs products are used for research and laboratory use only. Throughout our life, we focus and prioritize all the things around us: family, work, friends, relationships. But what about you? When do we prioritize and focus on ourselves? When do we take time for our mind, body, and soul to be the best it can be? Now, if you do that consistently, I'm so proud of you and a bit jealous, if we're being honest. I know it's not intentional that we ignore ourselves, but now is the time to refocus. Refocus on the things that make you happy. It is possible to refocus on yourself while focusing on other things. If you're a parent, you can focus on your kids, but you can also focus on yourself. It's totally okay. You can focus on your marriage, on your life, whatever work is around you. It's possible to focus on you while focusing on our other things. But let's talk about something that I feel like everyone has in common, and that's work. A couple of things that I'd like to ask you that I really want you to think about. Are you happy in your job? Do you feel fulfilled and excited to go? Or are you just showing up, doing your 9 to 5, and going home? If you're just showing up and doing your 9 to 5, odds are you're probably not focusing on yourself. At work, you should feel valued, seen. You're putting a lot of work into it. Most everybody is at work way more than we're at home. And it shouldn't be a situation where you work to get paid. You should be working because you enjoy it. Now, I know that's hard. It's not always easy to find that dream job and that job that you absolutely love. But when we focus in and look internally into ourselves, once we make ourselves feel at ease, once we feel confident, have a positive outlook, then we can have a great time at work because we ourselves feel great. So if you're in a situation where work is just not going your way, try to take a leap. Try to get out there and look for jobs that are going to make you happy, that's going to make you feel valued, that's going to make you feel seen, that you truly enjoy going to the place where you spend most of your day and your colleagues typically end up being like family. Maybe it's a passion that you want to take on, but you lost it because life. Find that passion again. It's going to take a little bit of time management, trying to juggle life of work, kids, stress, friends, family. But I promise you, time management is going to help you. And I'll be honest with you, we all need a little bit of time management. By the way, if you're looking for courses on time management to improve, there are always some courses on Groupon. They're relatively cheap, and you can do everything online. So take a couple of days, maybe an hour, maybe more than an hour, maybe a half an hour, and do something that you're passionate about. Whether that's reading, crafting, some sort of hobby, or maybe just sitting in silence. I know that sounds totally crazy and beyond recognition, but sometimes silence is the best way. It's something where you can find your inner self and really feel what you're feeling. Meditation is a great way to do that. And next episode, we're going to talk a little bit about recentering ourselves so that we can refocus. Next, I want to talk about something that hits probably a little bit of your nerve, and that's okay because we're being brazen. Electronics. Now, that sounds really preachy. I'm sure you told somebody to put your electronics down. When you're at a family dinner or just a dinner with your significant other, it can be so frustrating to see your partner on their phone as you're eating dinner. You're like, give me attention. I'm right here. Be in the moment. Now, I'm 100% guilty of being on my phone way too much. Scrolling aimlessly through reels or playing a game. It really is a way of distracting me from reality. A way for me to focus on one thing that doesn't involve me doing something for someone else. I know that sounds bad. I know that sounds selfish. But again, it gives me time for me. I'm not doing something at work. I'm not doing something for the family. I'm not cleaning. I'm not taking the kids somewhere. It's something that is true for me. However, after I put my phone down, I feel distant. I feel like that is away from me and gives me time to really focus on the present. When I have my phone, it makes me feel like I'm unimportant and it makes me feel like I'm unproductive. So let's walk away from our phones every so often. Take some time to reflect, refocus, and be present in the moment. Take in your family. Ask at the dinner table, what went well for you today? How did your day go? Talk to your spouse about things. Now, you may not always understand what work they're dealing with, but it does always feel good to hear about it, and they feel good talking about it. There is a device called a brick. I heard that somewhere on another podcast. And what it does is that it locks your phone down away from you for a certain period of time and doesn't let you use any apps. So it's a time to regulate yourself if you feel like you're addicted to your phone and can't live without it. So try it out if you're feeling a little, I don't know, trouble putting your phone down, trouble focusing on the moment. Because once you put your phone down, it really is going to make a huge difference. So refocusing really is not about electronics. It's not about work. It's about realizing what is important in life. Realizing that we only have one life to live and we need to make the best of it. We need to make the time with our family the best that it can be because tomorrow is never promised. Some of the things that I've had to work on to refocus is taking less pictures. And I know that sounds absolutely absurd, but as I've been going back through my pictures, I've realized I don't remember the event that was happening when I took that picture. I could not remember. I mean, the people in there looked great. I loved seeing my kids. But that particular moment, I just couldn't remember. So recently, I've started stepping away from taking pictures. I'll snap a few here and there, but I'm really taking the time to be present in the moment, to refocus my attention on that particular event. It's helped me a lot. It's giving me a way to be present, to take in the memories without feeling that I need to have a picture to remind me, because I'll be honest with you, I never remember. Now, I'm not saying don't take pictures. Don't get me wrong. Absolutely take pictures. But just find that border, that gray line where you can take the pictures, but you can still remember what's happening. You're still able to focus in on the moment. I know I sound kind of preachy. I know I sound like I'm trying to tell you what to do. I'm really not. I'm just giving you some examples of how we are so distracted throughout the day. And when it comes time to go to bed, most of us have trouble going to sleep because we're focusing on what's happening tomorrow or what we missed today or what errand we have to run. We never have to take time to lay down and just be present, be in our mind, focusing on sleeping. I know something that helps me is thinking about what dreams I want to have. I know that sounds crazy too, but typically if I think about my dream, I end up having them. So all in all to say, when you're focused in the moment, it makes life sweeter. It makes things feel right, and it makes your memories feel that much better. So to sum it up, if we're not putting ourselves first, who else are we putting first? And how can we be a better person? Refocusing and prioritizing our happiness makes it to where at the end of the day, we are better and we feel more confident. And in return, we can be a better mom, a better friend, a better colleague, or a better wife. Because if we're no good to ourselves, we can't be any good to anyone else. If you're not strong for yourself, you can't be strong for anyone else. We always say the golden rule, treat others how you would like to be treated. So treat yourself so in turn, you can treat others. If we're good to ourselves, we're going to be good to other people. Now, before I sign off, this is a short episode, I know, but before I sign off, I'm going to give you a few things to help you refocus. So try things like reducing environment distractions, putting your phone away, maybe turning the TV off, whatever works for you, as long as it's reducing the environmental distractions that are surrounding you. Practice mindfulness. Practice meditating or sitting in silence or just thinking about all the energy that runs through you and how you feel and what can make you feel happy. And also try to manage energy through taking structured breaks. A lot of times at work, we're working, and we sit down and we're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I missed lunch. So take some time to take some breaks. Maybe throughout the day, if you're with family and you're feeling overwhelmed, take a couple minutes to go outside and walk. That's totally okay, and I'm sure they'll understand. So, with that being said, I'll step off a soapbox. But comment below if you feel like you need to refocus. We could all do it. But let me know if you feel like you can refocus and what you can do to help you refocus. As always, thank you for listening. Comment below, like the episode. If you're on YouTube, make sure you're following. Even if you're on Spotify, make sure you're following. Put those notifications on so you can get notified when the next episode comes out. Like I said, next episode is going to be around recentering ourselves. That's going to follow into that refocusing. So thank you for listening. I appreciate your attention for even if it's just 16 minutes, which is where we're at. But have a great day. Stay brazen.